Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Trusteft Retro Weekend. This time we have Lancaster, game published by CRL plc in 1989, as you can probably see here. It is a quite simple game with many options. As you can see here, you can enable auto-targeting, aim indicator, instructor, which is something like a tutorial mode, and then start either tutorial or the proper game. You can use one of the existing pilots, or gunners actually, or choose a new one, create a new one. This is the difficulty setting, and also as a quick save, so the middle one is the easiest, which starts at mission 1. And the most difficult, I think, is at 21 that starts, or is it 16? Don't remember right now. Anyway, after you choose the gunner, you choose the name of your call sign. Unfortunately, there aren't enough spaces here to write a whole full name, so I just use Trust from Trusteft. And after having chosen the easiest gunner, gonna have a look at the actual game. Yes, this is us. Now, 23, glasses, inexperienced. He looks a bit sickly too, so he must be perfect for a gunner. Our mission, as you can see, is at the bottom of the screen of the map, where the cross is, the German cross. And we start from just outside London. Not too far away then. So, yes, it should be easy. Let's go. You can see the, not the intro exactly, more like outro of the airbase. You get to go to your plane and then take off. Yes, not the most exciting thing ever, but definitely it's quite a nice start for a game as simple as this one. When it decides to load, you'll actually see it. Here it is. Going on to the Lancaster plane. Very nice actually, very very nice. And you'll actually see now the engine starting. Closing doors. Pilot in position. And here we go. Come on, I mean seriously, how many shooters of that time had this much attention to detail before you even start the game? Probably none. Then again, I think you can skip this, so that's good, because you can only watch this so many times. Very nice. And now in glorious 3D, a very poor frame rate, plane is going to take off. I said take off. Take off, there you go. 5 AM 1942. At the time actually the Atari ST was already had some better looking 3D games and with better frame rate. So yeah, can't say I was very excited either when I first played this for the graphics. But the gameplay is actually quite solid. You'll see in a few seconds. We start here on the main map and we are supposed to go to the target. If we keep the left mouse button pressed, then we accelerate time. It's best to avoid enemy concentration of troops or air bases or cities, so we're going to try to go through the two of them and then to the target. In later missions you actually get to fight several times before you reach the final section of the map, of the mission, but here we just have once. You have to destroy the enemy incoming fighters.
What the hell is going on?
These, I don't know what they are, but they're supposed to be cells or something. and you have to shoot them down before they hit your plane. Very nice start, so when you get hit, the whole plane moves a bit, shakes.
Here they come.
You can see the bullets on the bottom of the screen, you know, well, moving. You can see friendly aircraft on the upper right side of the screen. And the graphics, although not exactly the best frame rate ever, are quite good. Quite good. The cockpit has a nice attention to detail. You can see a photograph on the left side. You can see movement of the hands, which you can disable. I guess you can disable it for extra performance. Never actually tried it. What matters here is target distance. You can see here it's 5 miles. When we reach close enough, I think 1 mile, then we change view from gunner to bomber. Or I'm not sure what the actual designation was. Don't remember now. Game is very difficult even at this easier level. You have to be constantly on the lookout for enemy fighters and these I don't know what they're supposed to be, but you have to shoot them down before they hit your plane. Yeah, well, there isn't much to talk about. The sound is passable, it's not bad. Digital voice you can hear, there are several bits of it. It's a nice start. And here you have reached the target and slowly moving over it and trying to find the appropriate target to bomb. As you can see, we don't have infinite number of bombs. On the top left side, you can see how many we have now. These squares and other things are of course buildings. The black lines are roads and bridges, and the blue ones are rivers or lakes and so on. Of course, I decided to just bomb anything that I could see, including the bridge over here, because they definitely look like the infantry camp we're supposed to destroy. But then again, that's how I roll. I see it moving, sort of, I bomb it. Try to bomb this tank or whatever it's supposed to be, and then I see the actual military camp on the horizon, or not on the horizon, incoming anyway. So yeah, I realize how stupid I've been and say, okay, let's bomb the actual camp. And start throwing bombs on it. I think I did a good job. I destroyed most of it. I left a couple of main buildings, which was stupid of me because I wasted all my ammo. But hey, this is me. The game gets very difficult on later levels, later missions. And as you saw, there are at least 21 missions. I don't think I have ever finished the game. After you finish with all your bombs, you take your way back home. Again, on later missions you can get attacked at any time. This one, as being the first, doesn't have this risk. At least unless you spend your time over France, then you might get attacked again. I'm not certain. And you approach your airbase and are getting ready to land. Okay, the load times are a bit... oh, they're not terrible actually. And yes, we are approaching now, and I think we have already landed. Yeah, we definitely have. The game is... it's good. It's very repetitive, of course. But it is good and provides a good challenge on later levels. Unfortunately, part of the challenge is due to the poor frame rate. And I haven't tried it with faster machines, so I might try it later. Not sure who this is. I think it's either girlfriend or mother or something. She looks really ugly though, whoever she is. Get our points from that first mission, and I think we did okay. The game also auto-saves, so later on when you finish this, you get the option to continue with the same gunner from mission 2. Unless of course we fail the mission and die and lose the game, which is not that difficult later on. If you like shooters, 3D shooters, and you can tolerate bad frame rates, give it a go. It's a good game for a few times. If you cannot tolerate bad frame rates, then don't play it. You are gonna suffer. And how bad the frame rate is? Well, bad enough you can lose, of course. Here is one of those deaths of mine. Yep, I'm going down. Actually, my gunner survived, as you'll see in a few seconds. But game was over. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.